The indie filter allows you to not have to go so high on your shutter. Allows you to not have to go so high on your shutter or high on your aperture, because it's like, see it how it closes out, it cuts that light out. See it? That light out I use for streaming for you guys, and I put an indie filter on here in this little big little thing right here. I literally screw that right in there, and I'm always using indie filters. Indie filter is always on my camera. Indie filter, how it closes out, it cuts that light out. This and I'm always using indie filters. Indie filter is always on my camera. Indie filter is always being used because it's that real raw unfiltered. But this is what I've been using. I'm going to be using this in New York too. I'm gonna watch that recap from water reflection, right? So it has a 21% price. It allows you to see the screen without seeing any reflection of light on that screen. Bro, wide angle lens from Newer, NEWER. Like on your phone, how you don't get any reflection and without seeing any reflection from, to me, are the best. And then I like ND2 reflection from window on that reflection, right? So it had a 21% reflection, right? So it had a 21% price decrease from, I spent full, bro. So it's like, good. I'm telling you, these are the things that I would have, bro. I have lost the DJ. Lost the DJI brand wide angle lens about 4 times now. Every single time I buy it, lost the DJI brand wide angle lens about 4 times now. Every single time I buy it, it just ends up somewhere, and I'm like, bro, I could have bought so many of the smaller ones. Yeah. So, yeah. Another thing that I do have that I use all the time are my blink cameras. I have some little blink cameras. I use those for my studio and stuff like that. They're usually $50 for these, so these are $50 for 2, but now you're getting 2 for the price of 1 for $24. So it's a 50% price decrease, and I literally have, these are $50 for 2. Blink cameras. I have some little blink cameras. I use those for my studio.
You're hilarious. I got
studio and stuff like that. They're usually $50 for these, so these are $50 for 2.
That's hilarious.
But now you're getting two for the price of one for $24. So it's a 50%.
I gotta edit this video. I'm literally posting this video
Price
today.
decrease.
Would you rather DMV getting a new license or you gotta redo your tag?
And I literally have blink cameras all over the entire crib. I got the doorbell, I got the outdoor stuff. I got one in the studio, just like look over the studio like while I'm not in there, all different type of stuff. So as long as you have Wi-Fi connection, you're able to look at everything from wherever you are.
Getting a real, oh yeah, the real ID, yeah. Damn, you're number 132 and they're at 64. Yeah,
to look at everything from wherever you are. I also use it as a cat cam. So like every time I'm gone.
Oh, do I even have? I think I'm trying to see if I have any. I think I got cat camera videos. Cause I got some. I think I got some screen recordings on here of me looking at Casper. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna just search up the word cat and see if it comes up. Cause I might have some from like a screen recording in here. Dang, I think I don't have them. I have to probably like actually really scroll if I need to find. Oh, I found it. Yeah, I got screen recordings right here. Literally, I'm gonna use these. Yep. Literally have them for Casper. Yep, there we go. Send those to myself. I said I use them as a cat tree cam, so let me prove it. So like every time I'm gone, I'll check on Casper. Like anytime I'm flying or something like that, I'll check on Casper and I'll be able to see what he's doing. If he's under the covers, playing in the bed, make sure he's like anytime I'm flying or something like that. I'll check on Casper. Like so like every time I'm gone, I'll use it as a cat cam. So like every time I'm so like every time I'm gone, I'll check on Casper. Like anytime I'm flying or something like that, I'll check on Casper and I'll be able to see what he's doing. If he's under the covers, playing. So like every time I'm gone, I'll check on Casper. Or something like that, I'll check on Casper and I'll be able to see what he's doing. If he's under the covers, playing in the bed, make sure he's eating and stuff like that. So I use little cameras and they're super cheap, super inexpensive. You can get enough of them to like literally fill every cam. So like every time I'm gone, it's as a cat. I use it as a cat cam. So like I use it as a uses as a cat cam. I also use it as a cat cam. So like every time I'm gone, uses as a cat cam. So like every time
I'm going. From wherever you are. I also use it as a cat cam. So like every time I'm going, the cat cam. So like every time I'm going, I'll check on Casper. Like anytime I'm flying or something like that, I'll check on Casper and I'll be able to see what he's doing. If he's under the covers, playing in the bed, make sure he's eating, and stuff like that. So I use little cameras, and they're super cheap, super inexpensive. You can get enough of them to like literally fill every corner, nook, and cranny of your crib without breaking the bank. You know what I'm saying? For the low. So that's $24. Oh, another one, bro. Smart plug. The smart plug is gonna be 48% off. It's usually $25. It's gonna be $12. I'm buying these. It's gonna be $12. $25, gonna be $12. I'm buying these. I'm picking these up because I love when I can say Alexa. Love when I can say hey Alexa, turn on the studio lights. Because I love when I can say Alexa, turn on the studio lights. You know how tough that is when a client walks in, they're like, whoa, bro's high tech. Oh my God. I'm buying these. I'm picking these up because I love when I can say Alexa. When I can say Alexa, turn on the studio lights. Because I love when I can say Alexa, turn on the studio lights. You know how tough that is when a client walks in, they're like, whoa, bro's high tech. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whoa, well, yes, sir. Whoa, well, and it's called yes, sir. Bro's high tech. Oh my gosh. Like, they don't say it out loud. It just face be like, oh, nice, right? Oh, just face be like, oh, nice, right? Oh, be like, oh, nice, right? And then I'm gonna get also be able to have some in the living room. I want to get like a few of them because I love not having to like actually go and touch stuff. It's not lazy to me because like, yeah. Gig now. So another thing is, which might be the last, I don't know if this is the last thing or what. I think this might be the last thing. Last thing also that I feel like is very actually last thing. So also that I feel like is very actually really worth it is a, do I have one out right now? I don't have one out right now. A magic arm, you guys, a magic arm. So this is the magic arm. So this is the magic arm by KNF Concept. I chose this one because it's cheaper than the one that I have, and it has a higher price decrease than the one that I have. So the one that I have, 36% off as well, and it came to $19. But this one, 36% off, and it came down to $17. So I was like, hey, bro, $17, y'all gotta get that one because you can. This is when I'd be mounting my phone onto my camera, and you're able to like see it and stuff like that. You guys seen probably the one on you. On Instagram, where I did a little baby mount where I showed the baby the face, the phone. She was watching Miss Rachel at the same time as me doing the photo shoot. This is that doing the photo shoot. This is that mount, right? You watching Miss. I've used this thing in so many different ways, bro. The phone, she's watching Miss Rachel at the same time as me doing the photo shoot. This is that mount, right? You can also mount it to your car. You can mount it onto a tripod. I've used this thing in so many different ways, bro. Like I've mounted it onto like around the tripod. I would really get, and that's usually it, but I got a few more that I'm in here too that I'm gonna probably throw y'all. So my microphones that I use for my live, they have right now had a 50% price decrease from $110 to $90, and these are the ones that I have right here. They work for your they're kind of like they're kind of like
I don't think I will be able to today, only because I use Mondays and Tuesdays as my catch-up days from a hectic weekend, and this weekend I have had 2 weddings and 4 other events that I have to get all of their content back to them. so I'm really kind of in that crunch mode, and I wouldn't want to answer the phone and not be able to give you the needed energy or attention. But that also all depends on how much I get done between now and 6 p.m. That's the one thing you gotta like sacrifice, bro. Is like sacrifice. What's up, Ashanti? Sacrificing talking to friends when you're in grind mode, crunch mode. Like one of my friends said, like they're trying to catch up and stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm in that mode right now. Like, if I get like there's like called makers and managers. Like there's their personality traits, and when you're a maker, you can be in a 4-hour straight flow state, and you're just gunning, and one thing could knock you off that flow state, and you just get out of that creative mindset and mentality, and you have to like be very protective over your time and your like mindset, and when you're in a flow state. When you're in a flow state and everything's going right, and you're gunning through edits and you're knocking stuff out, you gotta lock in, because you might not get that motivation again. You know what I'm saying? So if you get things done when you're in the middle of doing it, you might not ever get that same motivation again if you don't lock in. So yeah, I be trying to lock in, because I might not never get the same motivation that I have again when I lock in. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys understand that too. Like when you lock in and you're in that mode, and then you get out of that mode for a bit to go get a drink or to pick up your phone, you start scrolling, you get a little, you know, unproductive and things of that nature, and now you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's that flow state. You interrupted the flow state. That's the difference.
For my live streaming,
that's like the difference between you getting like a good night's of sleep and not a good night's of sleep, versus when you allow yourself to get into that REM, like that REM period, versus like if you cut yourself short at REM period. That's all the difference between you getting a good night's of sleep and not. What it is, Shanti? We in here cutting up a vlog, well, not a vlog, but a talking head video that I gotta do today.
Well, and then it comes with one for a iPhone, standard iPhone. With the little clips, which are also magnetic, little clips for you to use. to be able to talk to you guys while I'm live, right? And it comes with different ones. So you got one for a USB-C, and then it comes with one for a iPhone, standard iPhone. It comes with some necklaces, and it comes with some dead cats as well. Also allows you to, it has a little a Samsung T7. You can also get a Samsung T7. Which is what Fab uses. So
what's up, Diego? I just woke up. I feel terrible. You've been taking what's the name? You've been taking medicine?
SanDisk. I'm gonna put links down in both of these down below too. But Fab uses the Samsung T7, and so Fab uses the Samsung T7, and I use the. SanDisk. I'm gonna put links down in both of these down below too. $9 down to $134, which I feel like if you really only need 2 terabytes, then they have $209 down to what? Right, for the 8 terabyte one, down to $450. That's insane if you ask me. 700 to 450, 7 to 4. What? And then they have one from 350. Or what? And then they have one from 350 down to 250. So that's a whole $100 off basically. And then they have $209 down to $134, which I feel like if you really only need 2 terabytes, that's the one. So $134 for 2 terabytes when it came down from 210, and then you have 4 terabytes for 250 when it came down from 355, right? So you got very good prices on those two, and those are the ones that I use because those have some really fast, super fast speeds, like really fast transfer speeds. And then you can also get a Samsung T7, which is what Fab uses. So Fab, I'll be liking that one, and it also allows you to, it has a little part for you to put on a keychain. I like that part too. The SanDisk. Also allows you to, it has a little part for you to put on a keychain. I like that part too. The SanDisk is really just like a brick for real. It's really just like a brick. I like that part too. The SanDisk is really just like, but he likes it because he uses it for his I like that part too, but he likes it because he uses it for his he uses it to connect to his cameras. So he puts it on his rig for his video cameras and stuff like that, for like extra storage and stuff like that too. And I feel like that's really cool, and that's tough, but that's just not the one I use. But the one that he uses, from 350 it went down to 218 for 14. And then for 2 terabytes from $199, which is $200, down. For today, that's what I'm going to be picking up. That's what I recommend picking up for Prime Day. They do have a lot of other stuff on there as well. I'm going to put down my general, everything that I use. And if you got
food and water,
you guys want to go down and look at my overall Amazon storefront, you can check that out, because you guys can see like the overall of what all I use. Like all of my gear is going to be there as well. But I'm also well. And yeah, make sure to let me know down below if you guys have any of these things. Do you guys use any of these things? Do you guys recommend something that's better than one of the things that I may have mentioned that I already use? Until next time, Taxi. This is probably one of the single most important things to purchase when being a photographer. See?
Oh, there's the cookies. Be right back.
He was looking back at the footage from when I fell, and after being the police was telling me to try to get up. There's other dude kept on saying like, whoa, stay right there.
This is probably one of the single most important things to purchase when being a photographer. This is probably the single most important thing for you to purchase when starting out or even as an advanced photographer. This is the single photographer. This is the single most important thing to us photographers. We look past it a lot, and we
Definitely don't need it. Be right back.
This is probably one of the single most important things to purchase. Important things to purchase. This is probably the single most important thing for you to purchase. Things to purchase. Single most important thing to us photographers. We look past it a lot.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
Get the lacy drives is because if it drops,
I'm a whirling dervish. I always twirl on purpose.
a external hard drive has a moving disk inside and stuff like that. So the reason why I do get the lacy drives is because if it drops,
Probably not in my bloodline. My faith lies as far as my father's allowed, but without you to where I lay. I choose to be an island. I choose to pick up my pants, it all seems folly, but I guess it's my present that I past tense, like past was a bastard, flabbergasted. I've had to run a pattern, polish blotted, nothing mattered. Princess of an ugly dancer, I am part generation violence, part of the nation, I'm hiding from it all till I always come blinding tight. Fly across the sky to the blue turn violent, market passage of the days, days, all ever I'm and don't feel free to chime in, rather keep you tuned out, stick with flat ring, step instead of figuring out well. I don't need to go your way, you think instead of working for different outcomes. It's all love, but it needs to be self-love. Need to do this for me, not for anyone else, but not for your approval or the words of the rest of, but to feel peace when I walk in the respite. It should be mine. Now I know it's mine alone. I don't need to go your way. You stand and make that face. Life is made of serious words. I don't need to go your way. You stand and make that face. Life is made of serious words.
It has the bumper and rubber on it to pretty much protect it from damaging even after it drops, right? But this does not stop the inside from corrupting if you are editing on this hard drive, okay? But Lightroom not allowing them to edit because the cache size, and this V90 and something that's better than one of the things that I may have mentioned that I always some necklaces, and it comes with some dead cats as well. 2 to 32 2 to 32 ND SSD and HDDs can do. So you need something that's external for you to also be able to store. This is the #1 thing that I'll be purchasing for Prime Day, because apparently we photographers need this a lot. Some of us even think that we don't need them, but this is probably the single most important thing when being a photographer. It's a hard drive, but it's not just any type of hard. It's a hard drive, but it's not. It's a hard drive. It's a hard drive, but it's not just any. Any type of hard drive. This is an external hard drive, so your computer comes with an internal hard drive and an internal SSD. A hard drive on one hand is what I call my lifetime warranty. So I went to my local camera store and I was able to get this one right here. Silver Pro Lexar card. It's a professional SD card. You can even see like the back of the little rings on the back of it, the little little tabs in the back of it. It's like SD stands for solid state drive. I had this one mess up because I was editing on it. Do not edit on your hard drives. Do not edit on your HDDs. Edit on your SSDs. All right. So this is a SSD. A SSD stands for solid state drive. It comes in multiple different forms, but I always recommend editing on an SSD. Sorry, you guys. So this is what I call a hot storage, but this is what I would call a cold storage. This is the #1 thing that I'll be purchasing for Prime Day. Edit on within the same period of time. This is the #1. This is the #1 thing that I'll be purchasing for Prime Day, because apparently we photographers need this a lot. Some of us even think that we don't need them, but this is probably the single most important thing when being a photographer. It's a hard drive, but it's not just any type of hard drive. This is an external hard drive.
I like it how it is. Cold pizza on Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for a new way. I think I like it how it is.
My shoestrings untied. I'm running full speed with scissors in hand. I love pointy things. Let's fall on the floor scripted show with the cameras and lights and the laugh track to kill all of my loneliness inside, and a casting crew of friends who are always there when things get dry to crack a joke. But instead I'm hearing Cali up in smoke in real life where the whole world broke and the pizza always froze. But it's all good, this is all I'll ever know. So I better chow down while the food's straight snow. Make my own damn way inside my own studio, taking life for what it is, even if it's scary.
Cold pizza on a Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for a new way. I think I like it how it is.
Bitch, what you got here? It's always as good as it gets, even throughout all the mess and regrets, piled cigarettes and the rest. All you got's every breath till your last, and then you'll be dead. So live it all good. Is your nose in pen? Be grateful for what you got. Don't let that ego in head. Keep it free, boy. Keep them strings off me, boy. No stems, no sticks, no seeds, no stress, no peace, no love, no free. Don't care, mo chains for me. Don't share, I keep. Yo, bitch, let's eat. Yo, bitch, let's eat.
Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for a new way. I think I like it how it is.
Alright, I guess I'm supposed to be talking, but so I just literally just removed this right here. I'm trying to lock into the cloud to get this done, but I don't want this blank space in here, so I'm deleting this blank space. 1 2 1 2. I'm just doing like a 2 a 2 a 2. So like I do kind of pattern, so I'll do like 2 seconds clips or 1 second clips. So do 2 seconds, some 2 second clips, do 1 second clips, 2 second clips, 1 second clips before I even take out the audio. Because my problem is after I put the audio in, I start I edit too closely to the audio and I end up having too many clips or too long length of clips. So without any audio, without any bias, I literally just go through and do some little clean cuts of how I know it's gonna look, and then I kind of put it together after with the audio and stretch out clips if I need to. But I try to make sure that it tells a story, even if you like don't have music playing. I don't want the music to like carry it. I want the visuals to carry. So like, for example, this should be just a 1 second clip. It shouldn't even be a 2 second clip. So 1 2 1 2. Yeah, nah, it shouldn't even be 2 second clip. 1 2 like 1 2. Yeah, 1 2 1 2. This one maybe do no more. 1 2. I'm gonna do it like here. 1 2 1. This already been shown. I don't need to show it again. Maybe a little detail of that, but nah, I've shown enough of this already. Enough of that already. Enough of that already. Enough of that already. Enough of that already. And now I can show their interactions. Probably their front. Like a I have like an activity happen and then like have a video of their reaction, then an activity, and then like a video of their reactions. And then more activities. It all kind of makes more sense when like you're there shooting it too, you guys. So kind of like keep a order of like how everything went when you were shooting it. So that way you know how your clip should go. So you should be like able to feel it. Downloading the song for the client. Find it to download it. Okay, it's YT MP3, so it's YouTube to MP3 downloader, and then you just go on there and then you can download the song. Copying the song to download.